Hey guys, I'd just like to say that it's nice to see everybody. It's a difficult time in the market. We've got some threats from Russia. We've got the Federal Reserve seems to be working against us as well. Uh, I don't know why the Federal Reserve hasn't decided to pull back or hesitate on their actions based on the fact that Russia is putting so much pressure on the markets. Today is also option expiration date, so that's also putting some pressure on markets. But there's no rhyme or reason. Any growth stock, any stock that you wanted to invest in to make more than a 0.5x is heading down. Stocks that I've invested in, Tellurian, Roblox, getting killed basically. I came to make this video to ask people, what do you think that would be a good investment today? They always say the best day to invest is a day when the stock market is down. There's so much going on in the world right now. There's got to be some ideas out there from some of you. So let's hear your comments. I don't really mind the comments with people calling me an idiot and saying negative things. I am the luckiest man on the world. Give you an update on my colon cancer. I went into the hospital on Tuesday. The doctor went in. He saw a bunch of polyps. He said they're not cancer, and he said that the heart drug that I'm on sometimes gives a false positive for cancer. I'll be going back to the hospital in July to get those polyps removed because my heart is not strong enough for them to be doing these things, and I'm on very heavy blood thinners, so therefore I cannot move ahead with having those polyps removed. But according to the doctor, I do not have cancer. If you don't call that luck, 3 heart attacks, cancer scare, 2 head-on collisions, I don't know what is. I'll just tell you a few things that I did. I bought another 100,000 shares of SYN last night for 25 cents approximately, 25 and a half cents. That stock is trading about the same right now. I'm looking closely at BCDA, buying some more stock there. Hive, I believe that Bitcoin and other things like Ether are definitely the future. I think that if you just focus on today, you're going to get scared. But if you have some money on the sideline, I'd like to know from you what you would do with your money. I don't give financial advice, but I'm willing to take it. If you make a comment, I definitely might take you up on it. Now, one friend that I have here through YouTube recommended that I buy ITRM. And I told him as a courtesy I will do that because, his knowledge may be better than mine. I mean, we do know for a fact that the stock market is a crapshoot. So, no pun intended, since I just went through colon cancer, I'm going to take a crapshoot and see what happens. Some of the other stocks I bought SLGG, which is a game stock that had 6 times the amount of earnings. We do not know if, not earnings, excuse me. SLGG, Super League Gaming, had 6 times the amount of revenue and a substantial increase of users. So I bought a ton of that, and the stock performed well. It went way up, and now, of course, it's coming down. I also bought a Iron Mountain Security, Goodyear tire. That's holding up pretty well. I bought JOBY, which is a helicopter stock. I bought that because I think that product is immediately needed for ambulances or police vehicles. They're selling it as like it's going to be a taxi, but I think the best implementation at first would be, to serve people that are having heart attacks or auto accidents and so forth. I mean, right now we have big helicopters that come in, and it's really a hassle. but these smaller taxis that can be operated from a distance might be a real lifesaver. As far as other stocks that I purchased, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there were quite a few. And I still have quite a bit of money that I can invest, which I may do today. I do want to be a risk taker because risk brings reward. In terms of Russia, I think that's the major driver of the negative market. Uncertainty drives the market wild. Do I think Putin's going to go in? I think unless they show him, and I say they, that means the NATO countries, show him an immense amount of respect and tell him, okay, we'll pull the missiles out of Poland. We will not be threatening your border if you don't threaten our border. Please don't go into Ukraine. We can work something out. I think that's the most sensible thing. If NATO continues to antagonize Putin and try to make him look weak or to tell him that the sanctions are going to hurt him, he's going in. He's going to go in by Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. And that could be the beginning of World War III. There has to be a time when, sensibly, politically, you back down. I think that the West has proven itself to be a very weak organization. Take a look at our own country, United States, how we can't even speak to our neighbors properly, how the president is disarming soldiers that supported Trump, how Trump could even get into office is amazing. He was so volatile to our nation, and yet also the corruption with Nancy Pelosi and other Congress people passing laws so that companies can do well and they can make money. It's no question that these politicians make money by going into office. AOC was a bartender. I'd like to know her net worth right now. She's probably a multimillionaire because they get inside information. Why should that piss you off? Because you're playing that game. You're not getting insider information. You're getting a bunch of information from YouTubers that are guessing. But the fact of the matter is the game is rigged, and it gets rigged at the start in Congress. For instance, what if Russia really is pulling back, but these guys are trying to drive the news forward that Russia's going in? Does that allow the stocks to fall, and then insiders buying because they know that the war is not going to happen between Ukraine and Russia? Do they already know that a deal's been made that the missiles from Poland will be pushed back? The key thing that you have to think about is the news came out saying that, America's going to give Poland 2 tanks. What does that mean? That just sounds crazy to me. I think that what they're trying to say is, we're giving weapons to Poland, so please think that, but we're also taking weapons back, and we don't want you to think that, because we need to make a concession to Mr. Putin, Mr. President Putin. So it's a complicated world right now. I think the Federal Reserve has to ease anxiety. I think another indicator is if the Federal Reserve is not easing anxiety, then they're also part of driving the prices down today. Today is February 18th. It's option expiration day. So there's a lot of things going on here. I post this because I was a big BNGO holder. I see that BNGO is down around, it's probably at 205 or 201 at this point. It's not a surprise to me. I got out because, I explained in other videos. I'm not going to get into it now. But I am trying to talk to people and tell them, what I'm doing with the money that I came from BNGO. And I think right now, even though this is a very volatile time, for me, I don't give financial advice, but for me, I think I would be smart. I've been stupid most of my life, but I would be smart now if I invested my money. That's pretty much all I have to say. I hope that you all have a great weekend. I'm going to be riding my bike. I'm getting a new bike because the trails are pretty muddy, and I'm going to get myself a nice trail bike. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend. Make love, find love, be happy, enjoy President's Day, and try to be a good American. Try to go to your neighbor that you normally fight with and make friends. Thanks. Newsweed.com. Please support our store, by the way. We're selling garments. We have a great artist named Gio. He's doing work every day, and he's also given his perspective on the news. I am not a pot smoker, but I do own Newsweed.com. Gio is a pot smoker, so you kind of get two perspectives there. Thanks. Bye.